Hello, we are still eligible. I am Jack.
I'm Pat.
And we are a comedic sports podcast. We drop new episodes every Thursday.
We're also a travel show. We travel to the best games and rivalries in college sports.
Speaking of college sports, we are talking NFL draft this week. We're not Mel Kiper. We're not Todd McShay. Chris Sims is an idiot. We're talking NFL draft. We got some pre-shades to get you going. Our first $1 million, if we had any. Little draft day drip. You look good over here, Pat.
You look good as well.
Tie is mighty short.
Thank you.
And Kentucky Derby. Tis the season. Triple Crown. What do you say we get into it?
I'd say that's a great idea. We can start with Appreciate Yous. This is a segment where we use your catchphrase. We pick a few people, topics that we appreciate that did some cool stuff, and we just let them know that we appreciate them. So your parents are not my Appreciate Ya, but they were in town this week. Had a great time.
It was a good time.
Filmed a skit with your mom.
That's going to be fire once we drop that.
She is
Stay tuned. She's a natural.
She's an A-lister already. Great actress. She crushed it.
She'd tell you herself.
Yep. Your dad just was in the background chilling post-knee surgery.
Post-knee surgery, repping Buckeye gear.
He was. So that's a great transition into mine, who is Michael Vasaki. He's a golfer, and not sure if you saw the video. It was going viral. He spent the last 7 years on mini tours and qualified for the Valspar Championship on Monday. The video of him crying on the phone while talking to his dad kind of took off this week. It was very, very heartfelt, resonated with a lot of people. I thought it was really cool.
We're just a bunch of wholesome guys around here, Pat.
We are. And he's logged 170,000 miles in a 2010 Honda Accord, chasing his golf dreams over the years, hold a 20-foot birdie putt in a sudden death playoff to gain the last spot in the field. So we really hope he has a great tournament. We hope he can make some money. And shout out to his parents for supporting the dream. Because
parents. I see what you did
parents are necessary for that and many other things. So
many other things.
So that was great.
Talk about those other things, or
not right now. So Michael, appreciate you.
There you go. Well, that was a little serious. Mine, not as serious. We're talking about Hot Rod, the Goggle God, Rodrigo Blankenship. I don't know. The man, his Lego Instagram is popping off. Last time I checked, he has like 25,000 followers. When it was first blown up, I think it was like 400. So the past few days, he's taken off. He's got 9 posts so far. They're all clone troopers. He's a Lego connoisseur. He wants to show his collection. He's got Star Wars, Marvel, Transformers. As I mentioned, all of them are clone troopers so far. Who would have thought the Lego guy liked Star Wars, you know?
Shocker.
Yeah. So 5 of his posts so far, all one of ones. There's a few that are one of twos, one of 4. One of them is out of 10. There's only 10 of them that have ever been made, and he's got 3 of the 10. So numbers 4, 6, and 10. It says them on the shoulder. So the guy loves them. He was making Legos before he found out he made the roster for the Colts last year. He said he was hanging out with his girlfriend, made a Star Wars and a Ferrari. So the guy loves Legos.
I'm sure that the guys in the locker room don't give him any hard time for these.
No, with goggles and Legos, There's no way he gets picked on.
Not at all.
So we enjoy him. Follow along. It's Rod at Rod the Collector 3 on Instagram. Truly a great follow. We follow it. Still Eligible follows it. I follow it. I followed it from Still Eligible.
Yeah, I figured that was you.
Yeah. Well, here we are. All right. Well, that being said, Hot Rod, the Goggle God, Rodrigo Blankenship. Appreciate you.
That is
his nickname's Hot Rod, but I added the Goggle God.
I also assumed that was you correctly. So
there we go. Make it a thing.
How hype are you for the NFL draft? Because I'm obsessed with mock drafts.
I'm real hype. It's in Cleveland this year, as you know. I'm from Cleveland. There's a lot going on. Urban Meyer's first draft, so we got high expectations there. Following the mock drafts, it turns out Kyle Pitts might be good at football. A lot of people are talking about that.
Somewhat athletic.
As I mentioned, Chris Sims is an idiot. Having Justin Fields going 32nd overall, truly a disgrace. We don't need to get into that necessarily, but
we've already talked about it twice, but we don't.
Chris Sims. He gets the negative appreciate you. Don't depreciate you.
He's depreciating.
Depreciated. What else you got?
I just like the mock drafts because I look at them like years in advance, and I just love seeing like where people rise and fall, and like it's never really worth looking until like maybe a few weeks before the draft. But I still.
And is it still even worth it then?
I don't know. There's something about just.
I mean, I get mock drafts get me amped as well, but no one knows what they're talking about.
No. Even we were checking them before we started recording, and it's like it's almost impossible to find like two that are even somewhat consistent. So.
Consistent, and then they don't even come to fruition half the time. But that's part of fun of being being in the draft.
Yeah,
the Browns historically, I've always loved top 5 picks, but this year
you guys have been.
This year we're not top 5.
You've been great at drafting.
Some things to keep an eye out for: Bo's advertisements from the top 10 picks on Instagram. I'm saying I don't know what the line is, but we'll set it at 6. I'll take 6 or more of the top 10 picks. Post something about Bo's.
I might go under there.
I set the line pretty high.
Yeah, that's pretty high. We'll see though.
Yeah. Another thing to keep an eye out on is how many girlfriends that are shown will be girlfriends when the rookie contract's up.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. And what else? You got anything else?
No, I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about it later. I think the outfits are my other favorite part. So we'll get into that. But I do think the financial situations of the players are very interesting. And so we want to talk about some of the more large, well-known purchases that some of these players have had to make. Obviously, there is the tradition of the rookie dinner, which
you're a connoisseur at.
Luckily, does not exist in other professions because that would be tough.
Yeah, it's just like taking your crew to Il Molino or something in Miami. You don't want to do that.
Nope. No, you don't.
Don't want to do that.
I think you should lead with our boy Marshawn. I think that would be a good setup here.
As a wise man once said, hold on. Take care of y'all's bodies, take care of y'all's chicken, and take care of y'all's mental. And mental and bodies might be, okay, I get what's going on here. You might be wondering, what is chicken? And chicken is another term for guap, which is another term for money. And he's saying, keep an eye on your money. Don't go blowing your money, which is exactly what we're about to get into right now. So, you want me to go first?
You go first.
So, speaking of blowing your money, Jeremy Hill went to LSU. I think he's a free agent right now. But after he got his first big paycheck, he went and got a big back tattoo, as most people do when you make a large sum of money. I can't wait to get mine.
I'm holding out for mine as well.
I might get a picture of you on my back, like Steve-O, but like of your face. So he went to LSU. He got a tattoo over his whole back. I think you call it like a tattoo plate. I know it's like a chest plate, maybe a back plate. I don't know. Of Tiger Stadium with him walking towards it while holding a tiger on a leash.
A lot of tigers.
A lot of tigers. It's a lot. It looked like it took a lot of time. I can't say it's good or bad, and it's truly something I would never do. But
neither of us have tattoos, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. I don't think you do.
I don't think I do. I don't think you do.
I don't think I do, but maybe I do.
All right, can you go?
Yeah.
I'm overwhelmed.
So rookie dinner wise,
shout out Mikey.
And just meals in general. Des Bryant from the Cowboys in 2010 spent almost $55,000 at Pappas Brothers Steakhouse.
Sandra, come in here and clean that up.
It's Pappas. Good old Greek name.
Pappas.
So should I start over?
No, keep it rolling.
No,
okay.
Keep going.
Okay.
You got another.
I literally made a note to not say that, and I said it. So
you got another chance to say it right. So
yeah,
second opportunity. So don't come often, Pat.
So it's Pappas.
Pappas.
Pappas Brothers Steakhouse.
All right, I think you got it.
So he
keep on rolling.
So he spent that there. And I'm not going to say it again.
There.
Yeah, that was quite lavish. So, 55.
A lavish meal indeed. Okay, Chris Long. You might know Chris Long, former Eagle. His first purchase, not as extravagant as Jeremy Hill's. He got a Cadillac sedan. He said he saw his friends and teammates buying, Hummers and Rolls Royces and stuff like that. He said he went for comfortability over style. So that is what he did. And, little chunk of change. I don't think, like you said, not as much money, but a purchase nonetheless.
All right. KJ Dillon from the Texans in 2016 spent $16,000. And I made a note in here. I don't see it anymore. And my memory is terrible. Pappas?
Bravo. Very good.
Wow, I guessed on that one because my brain is telling me two different things. I'm so glad I never had to say that ever again. And he tweeted the next day, I made a sandwich for lunch. Because you got to counteract it when you blow money fast, as my friend Richard Ross says.
Protect your chickens.
Yeah.
I'd also have a sandwich for lunch most days. Sean O'Hara, great guy. I don't know him. But his first purchase was with his friends, You got to love spending money with your friends. Time and money. Time is money. He bought a keg of beer. Yeah. Love that.
It's a good purchase.
That's arguably probably what I'd spend some of my... I didn't, but I would. I like beer. Beer's good.
Yeah.
Okay, you go.
Evan Mathis, Eagles 2014. Didn't pay, but he tweeted that they spent $64,000 at Del Frisco's.
Del Frisco's.
Yeah.
That's fun to say.
Yeah.
It's good, too. I couldn't spend 64.
Easier
I could
to
probably
pronounce.
spend 64,
Yeah.
but couldn't pay for it.
We'll get later. We'll see what you would spend with a little more money.
Exactly. Ryan Riddle, Oakland Raider. We're talking some expensive stuff right now. Not Ryan Riddle. Him and his old girlfriend, after he got his first contract, went and bought a $179 coffee table.
I thought you were going to say coffee. $179 coffee.
That'd be an expensive cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That's
Be a
like
lot
the
of-
Jimmy Butler bubble coffee.
Be a lot of pumps.
Yep. What's your pump flavor of choice?
I don't get pumps. I drink it black.
Well, I used to get pumps. I used to get caramel, or you could say caramel if you're from Michigan.
What prompted that change?
I was too wired,
From the caramel?
Caramel. They give you like 6 pumps. I don't need that. I'm like a 2-3 pump kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for less pumps. You just went cold turkey.
Yeah.
No, I went cold brew.
Well, that leads perfectly into mine. Has nothing to do with DeAndre Walker, but DeAndre Walker from the Titans in 2019
Legend.
went to this is also easy to pronounce, so thanks for letting me do this one. Jeff Ruby's Steakhouse in Nashville.
What's hard about saying Jeff
I'm
Ruby?
saying it's not easy, or it is easy. Sorry,
okay.
sorry. It is easy.
Yeah.
Spent over $12,000. Might not seem like a ton. I mean, it does seem like a ton, but when you're thinking NFL player, but this equated to 2.7% of his total salary.
Yikes.
So that's like saying if you made $45K and your friends just like dumped a $1,200 tab on you, which I would not be pleased.
Did you do that math all on your own?
Yes. No. Yes. Keeping you guessing.
Okay.
Not reading off anything.
Well, Heath Evans. This is my last one. Heath Evans, and this actually goes well with the steak dinners. He bought his girlfriend a Mercedes SUV, which is one thing, and then he was out there in Seattle, and he went to Daniel's Broiler every week, once a week. He bought himself a steak. He's like, "This is how I'm going to treat myself." He just continued living a normal life, and just had a steak a week. I have a vitamin every day. It's called a steak.
Yeah. I mean, that's like pretty responsible.
Of me or him?
Well, both.
Yeah.
I'm glad you take your vitamins, though. I want you to like be. I need you to be healthy, and so that's.
You got a good immune system.
It's good. It's important.
COVID ain't gonna catch me.
All right. Well, this was like an honorable mention for me. It wasn't a rookie dinner, but Vince Young spent $5,000 at Cheesecake Factory per week.
It's a lot of nachos. I mean, Cheesecake Factory has an extensive menu. And yeah, if you haven't tried the nachos at Cheesecake Factory, give it a shot. I mean, there's 49 pages in there, but I swear by the nachos. It's good.
I don't know if
and
I've
the pasta
ever been.
Napolitana or something like that. I don't know how to say it, but there's just meats and noodles.
So he's That's
That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Vince Young, what a straight shooter.
Yeah.
Peaked in college like the rest of us.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's good. That's just some people who blew money. And now, Sandra, would you like to tease how we're going to blow some money? Not actually, but maybe.
Sure. Do you want to take a little break first?
Let's take a break, and then let's have you tell people how we're going to blow some money. How silly of me.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back.
We're back.
Welcome back, riders. How was your ride? All right, we've got $1 million to blow. We're gonna figure out how to blow it. Sandra, give us the rules. Give us the rundown. We call this first milli.
Yeah.
A milli.
Okay, so this is how this segment / game is gonna go. And I gave you guys these rules earlier, so this is not new to you, but this is new to the listeners. So essentially, the two of you will have $1 million each of your rookie contract to spend. You will spend this with a set of 6 purchases.
So this is our salary now, is what you're saying.
Well, you have this much to spend, whether or not this is it's
now,
part of your.
Now, if we're still eligible, we're making $1 million a year. Great, good news.
I've been making $1 million.
What?
All right, carry on.
Okay.
So you will spend this $1 million each with a set of 6 purchases each. And this will be put into 2 parts. So, part 1, you will make a set of 5 purchases, which will be added to the total of your $1 million bill. So these can be practical or outrageous. And for part 2, the 6th purchase will be your rookie dinner, much like the ones we just talked about. So the catch, though, is that Pat will be picking up the tab for Jack's rookie dinner, and Jack will be picking up Pat's tab. So I've asked you guys to plan your part 1 purchases wisely. And one more thing, you are each inviting 15 of your closest friends, so there will be 16 of you attending this rookie dinner in total. So similar to The Price is Right. Similar to The Price is Right, you must spend as much of your $1 million without going over that amount. If you go over that $1 million amount, you will lose. You'll lose.
Die.
You won't die. You will just lose the game. If you both remain under $1 million, whoever spent the most of their $1 million wins.
Well, I don't plan on losing. Let's go.
Awesome. All right. So the thing, though, is also that the loser must buy dinner for the other person on draft night. So, and we'll post a photo to prove that
Yes,
happened.
we will.
So stay tuned, you listeners. Man. All right, Pat, why don't you begin with your first purchase?
Yeah, I'm excited.
With the first pick.
Is it a pick or is it just
in the
purchase?
first Millie segment?
The first purchase.
First purchase. I would go with a 2021 Tesla Roadster Founder Series.
Oh,
$250,000.
That's cute. Eco-friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Elon Musk is hosting SNL this weekend, if you weren't aware.
I am aware.
So
Now I'm aware.
there you go.
I like it. Oh. And with the second pick in the first millie, are we going back and forth or are we going straight through?
Back and forth.
Okay. I mentioned this before. I'm a big Snoop Dogg fan. And for $100,000, he will do a concert just for me or whoever I want. So $100,000, Snoop Dogg, out the door. Shout out Snoop, gin and juice.
Can I come to the concert?
No.
Okay.
But you can sit in the parking lot.
Great. My second selection, I got to explain this one a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time I went to Michigan, I was in state. So it was less money. I did not really pay attention to my film classes. If you haven't been able to tell, I don't really know what I'm doing with a camera.
Okay.
Don't really understand lighting. So I would go back to Michigan. I get a Michigan undergraduate degree, but I'd be out of state this time.
Oh,
So
it costs more.
costs more, and I'd have to actually like pay attention because
Yeah.
paying full price.
It's part of. Well, you should have paid attention the first time.
I know, $273,000, $273,980.
I couldn't imagine wanting to go to Michigan once, let alone twice.
Twice, yeah. That's how much I love it.
There we go. Well, I've got something to do with Michigan in my pick, but I think I'm going to save that one for last.
Shocking.
With my second pick in the first Millie draft, coming in at $89,000, an Andy Warhol Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup original.
You're really investing in art and culture and music.
That's what I do, baby.
Yeah.
Andy Warhol. I learned about it in my 1960s class in college. Speaking of which, speaking of college and learning things.
Yeah.
What
You sure you don't want to take that class again?
No. I barely passed it the first time. So that's my second pick. Shout out my guy Andy.
This kind of goes into my previous selection because I did not have this my first time around at Michigan. I would get a luxury suite at Michigan Stadium. So might be a slightly different college experience. $61,000 per year.
If you're going to watch them lose in the warmth, baby.
Sure.
Love it.
Lots of good catering. So
Speaking of catering, Pat, you know me. You know that I love sandwiches, Pat. Always
Yes, I
have,
do.
always will. Sandwich a day. I don't know if it keeps the doctor away, but it's damn good.
I think it makes the doctor come because the bread's probably not very good for you.
I can do wraps too, Pat.
All right.
And this has nothing to do with bread. It has strictly to do with the meat and cheese. And I am buying a $5,120.99 meat slicer. Something that you see at the grocery store. You didn't see that coming, did you?
I did not.
Yeah, I love sandwiches. I really do. You can do shaved. You can do the different thicknesses.
Can you just buy it already cut?
I'm
from
just
the
sweating
store?
thinking about it. No, I'm buying the full block of meat, and I'm shaving that thing every day. So
Hey, all right.
if you want a good sandwich, you know where to find me. $5,000. $1 million? I'm only using $5 of it. Sorry to cut you off.
All right. So actually, I was feeling gracious,
Oh, here we
and I thought of you for this one.
Mhm.
I just wanted to get you like a nice little vacation. Because
I almost did this to you, but I'm excited to
we
see
haven't we haven't really taken any vacations since starting the job, and I think you need a break. I'd like just a little bit of time away from you.
Okay, we get it. What are you getting?
Sure. I got you a flight to space.
Oh, for $200,000?
$250,000.
Yeah, I saw Katy Perry and what's his name did that. We were
Yeah.
looking at the same website.
Yep,
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. So Virgin Atlantic. So I went ahead and got that for you. So
I like that.
yeah.
I almost bought an island and then had a bunch of like telephone poles put in where it would only play the Ohio State theme song, fight song, while you're like literally nonstop 24/7. So I appreciate that. That could be cool.
No, you'll probably take some good pictures and you'll not be on the same planet as me for a while. So
All right, you win that round. You got a car, I need a car. Everyone with their first million buys a car. So I spent $175,000 on a G-Wagon and an additional $70,000 on a driver. I don't want to be driving around. Someone needs to drive me. I bundled that together.
oh, that's okay.
That's one purchase, in my opinion. Or you can, I mean, I'm sure there's a place where you can buy them together if you go to the right spot.
Probably
Deep web, something.
Actually that's a really smart. Having a driver would be nice.
Trust me, you need a driver.
Yeah.
You're all over the road.
Yeah.
All right.
I need a new golf.
Yeah, one more
I need
each?
a new golf driver.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Well, you just need to fix the swing.
For my last one, definitely splurged a little bit.
Yeah.
I will say this is something I already paid for. I already pay for consistently, but I just wanted to kind of like just tap into it a little bit. Just pay for something and not, like when you pay for something ahead of time that you're being billed for. It's just a good feeling, right?
I'm so confused, but I'm interested to see what you have to say.
I just looked at kind of some reoccurring purchases that I have, and I just wanted to pay for my Tinder Plus. So $4.99
For how long?
just for a month.
Just
So
1 month.
$4.99.
Just 1 month.
Yeah.
Of Tinder Plus.
Apparently the price is different for like different people, which I don't even.
What do you mean?
I could talk. I don't know. Apparently, like sometimes it's more expensive. I got grandfathered into the $4.99, which is great.
You got
Because
grandfathered
I'm
in?
old. I don't know why, but
Is it
like
because you're old or
yeah.
because you've been on the app for so long?
both. But $4.99
$4.99 Tinder Plus for a month.
for a month.
Hell, I might even. I'll throw another $4.99. I'll get you the next month.
Thank you. So that brings my total pre-dinner
Yes.
$834,984, and then obviously the 99 cents from the Tinder Plus. So
I like it. All right, I got one more.
okay.
You mentioned sending me to outer space. I'm not sending you anywhere, but I am storing my airplane in Toledo, Ohio, where I will be flying for 4 hours a day for 365 days. So that's 1 year, 4 hours a day for an entire year. I will have a plane flying around Ann Arbor, and it will remind the people how many days it's been since Michigan has beaten Ohio State. So if I were to do that today, it would be 3,441 days. So for 4 hours a day, I'm flying an airplane around Ann Arbor, reminding them how bad their football team is and how great Ohio State is. So yeah, it's $511,000. That's where I spent majority of my money.
I knew there was a bigger purchase coming, and I probably should have known that it was going to be related to.
Well, I briefly texted Sandra last night and was like, how much do you think it is to build a wall like around Toledo to Michigan? And then we looked at Trump's numbers. I was like, yeah, it's way more than $1 million. So
Yeah.
I mean, I should have known that, but I got excited.
It's a good reminder.
I got excited. So yeah, my grand total before dinner is a little bit more expensive. $950,120.99.
I think I have to comment that it sounds like you guys are not going to have a lot of time for football. You're flying a plane. You're going to grad school.
You're going to space.
Well, I'm going to space. I'm not physically flying the plane.
Yeah. That's right.
Actually, maybe I am because I didn't put that into my budget.
You did say you were flying the plane.
Maybe my driver can fly the plane. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him lessons. We're gonna get that guy lessons.
You're in space, man. You got otherworldly problems.
I'm gonna be looking down on my plane though, and
Yep.
just happy as can be.
You got crazy vision.
Yeah.
Actually, I have horrible vision. Which for $15,000 you can buy diamond encrusted contact lenses.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say LASIK.
Well, why would you buy LASIK when you can buy diamond encrusted contact lenses?
That's true.
If I would have had a sixth purchase, I would have done that.
So the last step of this is dinner.
Correct.
I know you have. You probably could have had like 50 people come to this dinner with the amount of people that you FaceTime. So
I do like FaceTime.
you do.
I'm not good at texting. I like to FaceTime. Short and sweet.
We all know. So I know that you love like. It was hard. I was texting Sandra about this because she was like the food connoisseur, and I was like, "Hey, Jack loves traditional, genuine Italian food." So I was looking across the entire nation. I was like, where can I go that is going to be authentic and just really hit the spot? And I found this place. I think it's going to be perfect. It's called I've never heard of it before. It's called Olive Garden.
Yeah.
And
when you're there, you're family. Pal.
Yeah. And I just went ahead and just
unlimited breadsticks.
Yeah,
salad.
I kind of just made it easy. I just said, everybody get chicken parm. I know you're a big chicken parm guy. I even let everybody order a $15 bottle of wine, so you can drink my bottle of wine.
Wow,
that's $503.84.
Oh, brother. I can't wait. I love chicken parm. I mean, it's not the best chicken parm at Olive Garden, but it's chicken parm nonetheless. Well,
it's more about being there with your family.
Yeah,
which you are when you're at Olive Garden. So.
Yeah, I like that. It's a good meal.
Yeah.
I think we went about this different ways, Pat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually looked into getting Guy Fieri to guest do this, and it was $100,000 to get Guy Fieri. I also looked at like getting a private yacht on the banks of Capri, Italy, but I decided, that's a little bit aggressive. I don't want to do that to you.
Thanks.
So I didn't do that. Salt Bay, heard of him?
Heard of him.
Yeah, he owns a restaurant here in Dallas. And for $275, you can get a tomahawk ribeye. And then for an extra $1,000 on top of that, it can be wrapped in gold. So I did that for 16
How much
people.
for him to sprinkle?
Oh, and then he'll come
Yeah,
out
he
and
will.
sprinkle.
Okay.
He'll come out and sprinkle salt, and he'll cut your steak for you. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Look it up on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, get a Twitter. Why are we still talking about this? Get a Twitter. So just the steak and it being wrapped in gold, that's just a cool $20,400
Per steak?
total for
Total.
16 people.
Total.
And then I got 8-hour roasted short ribs. I got 3 of those because it serves 5 people. So I figured we'd round down rather. That's $825. A side salad for everybody, that's $448. I got everyone a side, and ranges from asparagus to mashed potatoes, broccoli, sautéed mushrooms, $304. I got 8 bottles of the 2012 Harlan Estate Napa Valley Red. A great wine, beautiful wine.
Yeah.
$10,592. And then I got 8 bottles of champagne. Veuve Clicquot. I don't know if I said that right. Sounds good. Expensive stuff, $11,600. 8 bottles of that. I figured you have half bottle of wine, half bottle of champagne. Sandra and Pat are making eye contact when I'm looking away. I'm uncomfortable. And you're like, oh, Jack, this is great. Dinner, salads, dessert. Where's the dessert? You know what I got for dessert? Guess what I got for dessert?
Go ahead, because I may have looked over at your page, so I think I know.
Root beer floats,
Okay.
Pat. Yeah. I love root beer floats. We never had cake at my birthday parties growing up because I don't like cake. I like root beer floats.
I love root beer floats.
Yeah, well, we should get root beer floats sometime. I didn't look it up. I just put down a cool $30 because at this point I was like, we've already spent enough.
Yeah. I didn't want to do a lot of math, as you could probably tell with mine. So.
Oh, and I figured you're a generous tipper, so I added $8,839.80. That's 20%.
Okay, I was gonna say, is that just a random number?
No, it's 20%. I was gonna round up, maybe do 22, 25. I just figured 20. If you like them more, you can add on top of that. So that's a cool $57,538.80.
Yeah, that would hurt the pockets a little bit.
All right, so the moment of truth. Who do you think won?
I forget what your grand total was. It's got to be close. I mean, obviously, my dinner was way more expensive than Pat's.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think
unless you went over, I think you may be.
I didn't go over. I was at like $950, and yours was an extra $500.
$500, yeah.
Okay. I have the answer.
So I think I won by like $20,000. If I remember what Pat said, I don't remember his number earlier. It was 8 something.
You won.
You won by about $57,000.
Oh,
It's like
Yeah.
that's
like
the
dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pat's total was $892,593.79. Jack's was $950,624.93.
Oh. So now I'm gonna buy that airplane guy to fly my plane. A pilot is what they call that.
And while you buy that, Pat, you'll be buying Jack's dinner on Thursday. Very excited to see that bill.
Very excited that it's not that dinner.
We'll see what it is. That's good stuff. That was fun.
That was fun.
Well, draft day. You mind hitting us with the outro draft? If you're watching this visually, you're probably like, what the hell are these two wearing? Which is a fair question. Pat tied a tie like a 5th grader.
Haven't done it in a while.
Clearly. I am wearing a shirt with a child on it.
What? Who's that child, Jack?
My son Felix. And I'm wearing a velvet suit jacket. Pat's got some flower shirt on and a Denard Robinson jersey and Michigan hat. Shoes are tied, out of character. Here we are. So we're talking game day drip, draft day drip. NFL draft, all drafts, drip is a big part of it. For my grandma watching at home, drip is swag, clothing, items.
Looking cool.
Looking cool, as the kids say. So we did a little create your own player character from previous drafts, and we assembled the ultimate fit, which we're going to go through now. So, Pat, why don't you kick us off, buddy?
Yeah, so keeping kind of with the outfit I'm wearing right now, wanted to go accessories first, so we picked a few people here, but this is a more recent one. Devin Bush.
Yes.
Devin Bush Jr., I should say. His father was also drafted, so I don't want to confuse anybody out there. But he was rocking the suit, the white and black suit with the shoulder strap. Got some leg flare going on.
Yeah, I don't like that leg flare.
What we're focusing on is more of the sunglasses, headphones, which
Are those bows?
I would possibly. That might help your stat lines. And the chain, I guess, could count as accessory too. But that was his outfit. It wasn't just like
That's a look.
he was listening to music. There's
no undershirt, just straight
Yep.
chest plate.
So that's the first of our accessories.
Yeah,
we pulled a few people for this.
That's good. No, I like that. My first one, Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. He on draft night, he got this photo. He took this photo of him that he likes of him cheesing in Oklahoma and turned it into a chain. So we'll add that chain on there as well. It's truly magnificent. It's a good look.
Yeah.
I think we should.
So we got two chains on this so far.
2 chains.
Yes. Also a rapper, in addition to Richard Ross. So third for accessories, Garrett Bowles, offensive lineman. He brought his son, who was a baby.
Was a baby?
Was a baby.
And no longer a baby.
No longer.
Did you refer to his son as an accessory?
An accessory because he was wearing a very nice gray suit.
Yeah.
Which without the baby would have just been very normal, but he dressed the baby
to match
in a almost identical suit. So yes, we are using a baby as an accessory. We hope that's okay.
Logan, appreciate you and your baby. That's good. I like that. This is already building quite the character.
Yes.
Our next pick, a little 2-for-1. We've got Ray Lewis's draft shirt, which is just outrageous. I don't even know how to describe this for those of you watching at home or listening. Rather, it's just a lot. There's gold, there's black. What do you call that, Pat?
Like a rug, kind of.
It's like a royal rug.
Yeah.
You could see this. I don't know where this would be. Maybe if I had $1 million, I'd buy that rug. And then Ezekiel Elliott. I cannot say his name. Zeke Elliott, Buckeye, crop top. I think if you do the crop top rug, that's quite the look.
Just take some scissors.
I mean, it looks like they didn't spend much time cutting that. They just went for it.
They just kind of
there we go. Boom, your turn.
All right. I like that shirt. It's a good shirt. For the suit jacket, I am going to go with Henry Ruggs III rocking an Old Spice robe.
Yeah.
Just very relaxed.
Talk about casual on draft day.
Yeah. Biggest moment of your life, and
throw the robe on.
I mean, sponsor everything, right? But
said it once, said it 1,000 times. Live by it, baby. Love that for you. We've got the upper body taken care of. It's time to take things down south. We need some pants or some shorts or something on this guy, which gives us a perfect chance to relive the Brett Favre jean short photo laying in bed in which Baker Mayfield, the greatest quarterback in the NFL currently, was recreated. The Brett Favre jean shorts. It's quite the look. Draft day.
That's an iconic picture. That just screams. Is that late 80s or 90s? It's got to be 90s.
Yeah. Looks good.
Iconic.
Number 4.
Look at that wall. Look at all the pictures. Look at that hat.
That hat is something.
That might fit in at an event that's happening this Saturday.
Oh.
We'll get to that later.
Wow. We just jumped the gun there, Pat.
All right. Well, for shoes, this is one of your guys. This is the Buckeye.
Denzel.
You got some spiky shoes. Some really spiky shoes. I feel like
it's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah.
They're slippers.
I'm very good at describing things.
They're like black slippers with spikes on them. They got, I don't know. You wouldn't want to play soccer in these shoes.
No. the ball would be deflated.
I can assure you of that.
Any ball you would kick with these would probably get deflated. If you kicked the football, soccer ball,
You name all the balls?
all the balls that you kick. or
Hockey
don't
pucks.
kick, I think the puck would be fine. But spiky shoes.
Spiky shoes. Appreciate you. And then we were like, all right, what else? There's got to be someone that has, crazy hat or something like that. And then we're like, oh, everyone gets a hat because it's the NFL draft. And that's kind of the, on top of it being a big deal because your life changes forever, you kind of put on a hat of one of the 32 teams, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
So we had to skip the hat.
Yeah.
And as you were alluding to earlier in the Brett Favre photo, there was a cool hat. In other places, there's a lot of cool hats. The Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. Let's come back. If you think that we're going to talk about horses and know anything about them, you're wrong. But we named some horses. We had some fun. That's what we do. We'll be right back. That didn't sound like our music, Pat.
It didn't.
We should talk about the Kentucky Derby. If you didn't know, the Kentucky Derby is going on this weekend.
It is.
It's one of the 3 biggest days in horse racing. I'd argue the most important because people care about the first leg and then kind of forget that horse racing is a thing.
I feel like if a horse does win the first and then wins the second, then
the
there's
third.
Yeah. That's
So
literally
maybe
all we know about.
Maybe it's the least important.
Maybe. I mean, I guess it sets up the potential to win the Triple Crown, but
Yeah.
that's all the horse analysis I can provide. So I would like to talk about some names.
Yeah. Let's talk through our favorites. I mean, I think one that sticks out to me right off the bat is Hot Rod Charlie. We talked about Hot Rod Goggle God earlier. 8-1. I like the name. I don't know much about the horse. I don't know if it's what color it is, or the jockey's name, anything like that, but it's a solid name, a strong name. That's
Great.
my first one.
Great name. I'm probably stealing this one from you. I apologize, but
You're good.
Soup and Sandwich.
Soup and sandwich. Yeah, and I like sandwiches. We know that, and soup is good. Soup and sandwiches go good together. But
You
if
don't love soup.
Imagine eating a soup sandwich. It's just messy. It's just gross. It's just uncomfortable.
Yuck.
Soup sandwich. That'd be an unfortunate nickname. Another one that sticks out to me is Medina Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
My hometown is Medina. Good name. Love it.
I like a lot of these. I like reading this one as Bezos.
I'm pretty sure, and I almost failed Spanish, so don't hold me to this. I'm pretty sure Bezos means like kisses in Spanish.
Maybe.
Can we fact check that?
It does.
Let's go. Hell yeah. I don't even remember my Spanish teacher's name, but
We could do it. We could do an hour on this.
well, a couple more I like. There's one I don't like. It's helium. I
Mhm.
think that's too light for a horse. I don't
Mhm.
like that. And then 2 I like is Bourbonic and Midnight Bourbon. If there's anything better than Bourbonic, it'd be Bourbon at Midnight.
There's one named Highly Motivated. The ultimate irony would be if the horse just didn't want to race
Just
anymore.
Just walked around the track. And then we have to mention Essential Quality. It's the favorite. With a name like Essential, it's got to be quality.
That's what they say.
So keep an eye on that one. If you're betting, that is the favorite. So boom, there you go. We came up with some horse names on our own
We did.
because those are great. People care about the names. Yeah. So you want to go first? I think we got 3.
Yeah. This one, Sandra did help me with it, I will say. So thank you, Sandra. I would just name the horse A Horse.
A horse.
Because then the commentator would say, a horse is now in first place.
Who won the Kentucky Derby? A horse.
A horse.
Yeah, which horse? Who's on first?
A horse.
A horse. I don't know who's on third. That's good. That's a good name.
Thanks.
It's a solid name for a horse. A horse. Oh, well, my first one is Slow and Steady. There's a famous
Wins the race.
There's a book. There's a saying, slow and steady wins the race. Tortoise and the hare.
A fable, if you will.
I don't know if I've ever said fable in my entire life until right now.
There you go.
Boom. Pat, what's your second one?
Second one, I don't know if there was really any rhyme or reason to it, but I just love this saying, and I say it to you guys all the time. But bruh moment.
Bruh.
Yeah. I love bruh moments.
Bruh.
I love the video of the guy falling in the courtroom, and it said bruh back in the Vine days. That's like,
Yes.
bruh moment compilations. Love them. So
Don't sleep on those.
hopefully that horse that I named bruh moment would win and not have a bruh moment, because like a horse's bruh moment would be like losing at the very end. So it would get memed.
Bruh moment.
Yeah.
You just said both your horses in one sentence.
I'm collecting horses at this point.
If you had to have, well, we'll get to that.
Okay,
Probably at the
okay.
end. So speaking of horses that'll probably lose,
Mm-hmm.
my next horse, I named it Jim's Khakis. In honor of,
I'm not even I mean, it doesn't even faze me at this point.
I know
I'm
it
just used to it.
but like I really, that's actually a solid horse name. That Sandra helped me whip that one up as well. So don't act like that's all me. Jim's Khakis, that'd be probably a slow horse and used to losing.
Maybe.
And probably pasty.
I don't know if you trained him right and fed him right, got a good jockey.
Even a jockey can't take care of that.
Well, my third one, I'm a team player, as you know, and I as much as we joke around, I do want to help you out from time to time, like sending you to space and other endeavors. So, especially if it won, this horse would get a lot of social media coverage, right?
Yeah.
So I figure just name it Follow at Jack Schrail.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
No, that's my horse. My last horse is Appreciate you. But actually, that's awesome. And my last horse is named Appreciate you. And I was reading it as you were talking. I was like, well, I'm just going to brew up this joke. And I landed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our Kentucky Derby breakdown. For more Kentucky Derby takes, follow Pat Stanzik on Twitter. He will be providing live Derby coverage.
I don't know if I will.
All weekend. Wow.
There's a joke about staying glued to your seat that I could make, but I'm not going to.
I thought there was horses in Jello, or I thought there was horse in Jello too the other day. I think I was mistaken, or like horse hoofs or something.
In Jello?
Yeah, but I think I looked it up as like a common myth, folktale, if you will, fable maybe. Anyways, what else we got, Pat?
I would like you to leave the viewers and listeners with something.
Yeah, that's why I asked you to tease me, given the outro. So we do this thing. I'll leave you with this. Tell you a nice little funny story, cool story, some story we've been a part of. So it's draft week. It's draft day. Last year, I was got the pleasure to tell Malik Harrison's draft story, linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens, Old Ohio State linebacker. And just overall, it was a super cool experience being a part of these like family's house, part of their biggest day. Like everyone's super emotional. I'll retweet the video and people can check it out. But it was like a cool interview. His family, his like dad, his cousin, his trainer, whatever. It was an emotional day. Whatever, we were sitting there and whatever. And this is actually like peak COVID. And
I was just gonna ask, was this during?
yeah, so it's
this
peak
was
COVID.
like a year ago. Yeah.
It was. There was more people. There was more people there than probably should have been there. But it's draft day. It's draft day. It's the biggest day of his life. So we were hanging out, and they actually got this Airbnb in Columbus, and it was fun. It was whatever, tons of food, fellowship, pictures, rings, whatever, the whole 9 yards.
Fellowship.
And I'm here documenting the whole thing. Like I said, super cool experience to be so part of an intimate experience. And actually, the funniest thing that happened that night was it was like getting towards the end of the draft, or not the end of the draft. It was getting towards the time when we thought Malik was going to be drafted, and we like hear this knock on the door, and it's like, you know, like I said, relatively loud in there and whatever, and the cops show up. And like we were at this Airbnb, and there's like, I mean, I don't know, give or take 20 or 30 cars outside. Everyone drove separate, and the cops show up, and I'm like, bro, I'm by the door, and I'm not the one answering the door by any means.
You should have.
What's going on here? And the cops basically said, like, what's going on here? It's COVID.
Yeah.
You're not like this. Is like you're not supposed to have this many people in one spot. And they're like, oh, it's Malik Harrison's in here. Ohio State football player. He's getting drafted tonight. Whatever. And the cop's like, no way, Malik's in here. He was like, you guys carry on. Have a good night. So yeah, that was pretty much it. He ended up getting drafted later that night. Another funny thing, like he got drafted by the Ravens. The pick before was the Browns, and the Browns drafted a linebacker from LSU. But he got the call while the Browns were on the clock, and everyone was tweaking out, like he's staying home. And ended up going to Baltimore. But it's like one of those cool things where, like I said, it was cool for me to be a part of, and I don't know, something I'll probably never do again. Or I enjoyed it, and then I worked the Browns-Ravens game this year in Cleveland, and gave him a what's up, and the story came full circle. So
I had never heard that before. That is, that's great.
Just a little something. I'll leave you with that.
I'm glad you left us with that.
There you go. I don't know if you liked it or not.
I did. I told you it was great. I'm a genuine person.
I'm just sweating, man. This
I'm really
velvet
hot,
suit jacket
let's
weighing me down. Wait, can you pull that tie out to show the people at home how short it actually is? 33-year-old man.
Not good at tying ties. So, a little recap for you. Obviously, very NFL draft heavy. Our phones are on if you want to draft us, by the way. I forgot to mention that if you want to pick us in any of the 7 rounds or in the supplemental draft.
Mine's on silent.
Well, clearly. Gave some appreciates, as we do. Talked about some rookie spending. Feel like we're pretty frugal, pretty good spenders. Some of these people, not so much.
Yeah.
Spent $1 million on, hypothetically. You're in space. You're going to be in space soon. We rated some drip, which again is swag.
Swag drip.
Thanks for explaining that, so I know what it is.
Yep.
Built kind of the ultimate drip
wardrobe,
draft drip outfit, if you will. Gave our expertise on horses. We have a lot of that.
There's another horse race in 2 weeks, so stay tuned.
Yeah. We're going to be covering it very extensively. So Kentucky Derby, and then another leave you with this, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, I don't care, Pat.
Okay.
This is still eligible. We missed you last week. We're happy to be back.
We are.
Big things coming. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you. See you soon. Next week.
Next
Say
Thursday.
That.
It's every Thursday.
I don't need
that was the first thing I said was it's every Thursday.